Hello, my name is Abe and welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. I've made a couple of changes since the last episode. Change of the party, we're going to rock Hellion, Bounty Hunter, Antiquarian, Vessel, and we're going to go to the Ruins. I like this amulet, I'm just calling it an amulet. Leper only, +8 accuracy, +1 crit seems pretty good, and the plus stress doesn't really matter because lepers have, I believe, an ability that recovers their own stress. Yeah, stress -9. Hell, he can even heal himself if he so chooses. Do they have a only can use once a turn ability? No. The other thing I did was give these crew members some more survivalist skills, upgraded the vessel so that she could actually have a little bit more armor and protection. I put the grave robber in to get rid of slow draw, -4 speed on first round, just because I figured we should be using the sanitarium a little bit more. And I picked up a couple of heroes from the stagecoach. I picked up a grave robber and a bounty hunter, and I got rid of the second flagellant because I'm not sure I like the flagellant. It seems like it could be a very strong class, but the thing is that you need the flagellant to take damage in order to heal, and if the flagellant doesn't take damage, he can't heal. I figure he's actually a pretty good character to have with like a vessel or an occultist to do healing when the flagellant can't do healing on his own, but I just don't like that you are reliant on enemies targeting him, because if the enemies don't target your flagellant, you can't heal. And it's to me it seems a little bit too RNG based. You're relying on certain dice rolls to go in your favor before you can get your healing out, and if they go against your favor, you can't heal, and your other teammates are taking the damage that your flagellant should be taking. So I'm not sure if I like him. If he had not suffer like protection for himself, but if he had a guard, I could see this working, because then you could guard someone who's at half health or taking damage, and then they can't get hit except by AoE attacks, which you can't control anyways. But like, I don't know, I don't like it. I figure an antiquarian could work well, because the antiquarian can force the guard, but even a man-at-arms, you don't want him guarding your flagellant, because that means the flagellant's not taking damage. So how do you work this? I don't know how you work this. I also don't know why you would ever increase his stress, because when he gets stressed and he gets his affliction, he's just terrible. Why is this even a skill? Lashes anger. I do not understand it. This one I can understand. -50 stress for 2 is amazing. Yeah, it's a strange character. I don't understand it. The healings can be extremely powerful, but if you can't get them out, then well, you're kind of screwed sometimes. But anyways, let's go out on this mission, get the provisions up. Wasting heroes in town 1. We've got 8 blood. That's pretty awesome. But that's not going to last for too long. Ideally we need to get more blood as we go, which we hopefully can do. I'm going to take all the food, by the way, because I keep running into situations where my party members starve, so hopefully we can avoid that. Yeah, hopefully we can get some more blood, and eventually go out on the courtyard mission to kill the Baron and make our way in the world today. We're going to take kind of a lot of supplies. I like taking kind of one of everything so that I can interact with curios should we come across them. But then I'll dump bandages, I'll dump medicinal herbs, holy water, skeleton key. I'll take 2 skeleton keys. But I do want all the food, because I seem to be getting into situations where the food gets me killed. And yeah, we are going to start. I gave everyone trinkets. I put one of the healing trinkets on the vessel just because I didn't want her to get too stressed out. We don't have anyone that can recover stress in the party. We don't have a Houndmaster, figured out his name. We don't have a Crusader, we don't have a Jester, so why not just give her +10 stress instead of +30% stress. And we'll rely on camping to get stress relief done, and we'll embark. I figured out one other thing that I looked up. I noticed that the Crusader's glittering spaulders, that Crimson Curse trinket that we have, had the +20% max HP bonus grayed out, and I was curious about what that meant. So I looked it up. Apparently it's a set bonus. So you have to have the second Crusader set piece. for you to get that bonus. Interesting. It definitely makes the item much less useful than I had originally made it out to be, and it also means that the Highwayman can't get up to 90% virtue chance because you'd have to have both of the set pieces in order to get that high, and so you're more likely to... Also, Antiquarian should be interacting with the Curios, not the Hellion. It just makes it a little bit more difficult to actually get that set piece, you know, or the virtue chance up that high. You can get it very high, like probably up to 70%, but probably not 90%. So this should be a pretty simple first encounter.
Back to the pit.
It's very nice. Because these are all level 0, I think, characters, except for the Vessel, they all start out with like 20 stress or something like that. So, you know, kind of sucks. Let's get a force dodge immediately. I shouldn't have force protected her because she has higher stress damage, but she's got higher dodge chance and she can heal herself with judgment. I don't know. She's not doing anything else that important on this turn anyway, so I figure whatever. There's a minor Antink. Just select the Antiquarian right now. Get her selected so that we can just interact with Curios. Ooh, and this is perfect. This is why I brought Holy Water. We can cure a negative quirk immediately right now. Fantastic. 19 stress. God, good God. Move. Resistance is pretty high. Mark the back, but then we can't do anything with it. I'm thinking that Iron Swan's going to be hitting the Bone Courtier, probably getting a kill, so why not flashbang the Arbalest so that he doesn't do so much damage? If he gets pushed to the back, then we can still use... Actually, she can't hit him, but she can stun the first two members, and then everyone else can hit the Bone Courtier next turn. So we get the flash out. The move didn't happen, but he did get stunned. That's okay too, because we can now pull out a Judgment. 8 damage means that, you know, an Antiquarian can't get the kill because she can't hit the back line. So I am going to have to kind of use Iron Swan to attempt to kill the Bone Courtier. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. That's okay. It's okay. We can heal. We can guard. Buffs. So this does buff everyone's dodge. I wish that the indicators for this actually worked properly, because Invigorating Vapors, it says buff target plus 3 dodge. You would think that this means you buff one person, but as you can see here, it buffs the entire party. But why not have the layout kind of look like Nervous Stab, where you have the left side, the top left side of the pop-up square here, indicating the position she has to stand to use the ability, and the top right side would indicate who gets hit. It would just be yellow dots instead of red dots, because this makes it look like it's not as useful of a skill as it is. I am just going to use a Nervous Stab, though.
The ground quakes.
Good crit, I suppose. A little bit unnecessary. Our Vessel's going to be healing next turn. Ooh, maybe not. If we can kill the Bone Courtier, that's going to save us on stress. Nice. We can heal her on the next turn. In fact, we could do a Barbaric Yop because she cannot hit the Arbalest. It'll extend the duration of the fight, but basically 100% chance of getting those stuns because it has a 170 and 25% base chance. I gave the Bounty Hunter the plus 10 stun skill chance stun stone, even though the Flashbang already has a 125% chance of landing. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, Nervous Stab. Get another kill? Or another crit and get a kill? No. Honestly, I'm not worried about the damage because our Vessel is going to be so good at healing. Oh my god. Accuracy of my team does leave a little to be desired, though.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Good god, we can't hit anything. We don't need to heal ourselves. We could do like a Divine Grace. Healing for 8. It's pretty good when the ability is 4 to 6. Wicked Hack might get a kill. She's a little bit debuffed because of the Barbaric Yop. That's okay. And we're just gonna slowly work these guys down. As long as we don't take too much stress damage, we can have a prolonged fight here. It's done? Yep. Yeah, we have good ability to heal, good ability to do damage, except for the Antiquarian, who is not really a, that good of a fighter. Sure, get the kill. It's a bit of a shame because he only had 1 HP left, but I wanted to make sure we went before him. Pop some more healing. 14 crit is wonderful. And takes 4, but again, like, who cares? And the Antiquarian's just gonna do a little bit of damage. Maybe I should buff her damage with some, like, plus damage, trinkets or something so that she can actually, like, help with the combat. I don't know. Could mark him. We're just gonna hit him. 6 damage brings him, that's almost half of his health right there.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Take all of the junk. Cannot take the busts. We're gonna get rid of the citrine for it. We're gonna have some inventory space in a second when we use this holy water. The only thing we need to do is figure out who's going to take it. And I think Tippler will only drink. Sucks, but it's not that bad. I think I'm gonna use the vessel for it because she has a negative quirk and she's also the highest level unit, so she's the most valuable. Holy water, the Eldritch Altar, and Faithless quirk removed for free. That's a 5,000 cost in the sanitarium if you do it in the sanitarium. So doing it for, the cost of 150 worth of holy water is pretty good. That's why you bring holy water to the ruins. Honestly, I should have probably brought 2 holy water, because there are a lot of situations where you can use it, the holy water item, for a benefit. Sure. We don't get to use medicinal herbs on a Iron Maiden if we find one, but that's okay. Lucky dodge on the trap. 78 light is fine. And there is combat. And 2 stress units and a shuffle sucks. Good God. A lot of stress on the Hellion. She does have Revel, which is a very nice stress reduction skill, but what can she do from the back line? This is it's a little scary. In fact, this kind of sucks. Okay, you can mark for death and flashbang from the back. We've got to start moving people around though. It's gonna take like move back. It's gonna take like 2 turns to get people moved around. This really sucks. Flashbang the Bone Courtier, move him up. Well, stunned him, didn't move him up unfortunately. And you can move back 2 spaces. Thank you for having such a nice, like, ability to move forward and backwards. Okay. So, the Hellion... that's fine. Yes! I was gonna say, the Hellion could use Iron Swan on the Bone Courtier. She can't do that anymore, but we can still get in a hit with her now. Human or unholy. I could stun him, give myself some time to take out the back line. Let's stun him. She won't do as much damage, but I really wanted her in the front line so that she could do the Iron Swan in the back. But for now, she's just gonna have to chill out, I suppose. 5 damage on the Acolyte means that we should be able to get a kill with the Bounty Hunter, although it's not guaranteed. Did work though. And that Antiquarian hit was important. Judgment on the Bone Courtier, yeah. Crit for 13 gets the kill, amazing. I love it. The other thing I could have done with her was heal, but I definitely wanted to actually try to get the kill. And now we'll worry about the healing. Healing for 2 on everyone is nice, and we'll kill the remaining 2 enemies, which should be relatively simple. Not that much stress damage, honestly. We did a pretty good job of getting the necessary hits in to prevent a whole lot of nastiness. Yeah, get 1 kill and only have 1 guy left. He is easy to stun, so we can just spend a second stunning him if we want. I'm just gonna heal with the vessel though. That's why you take the plus healing skill party heal. That was a heal for 16 on everybody spread out. The only person's not at full health is a Hellion now. That's why I wanted to do that party heal. Party heal is amazing. Do not underestimate it. Yeah, no stun necessary. Let's just go in for the kill. Even if we don't get the kill, I think it's still smart. Okay, picked up a lot more loot. A open sarcophagus. It's not locked, it's just open. So I think, I don't know, we'll have the antiquarian do it because she's kind of oh my god, what is the phrase for someone who can be cast aside without regard? Expendable. There we go, she's expendable. Hidden treasures +1 minor antique. Hey, you know, it's worth 500 bucks. It stacks up. That's why I brought the amount of food I did. Okay, we have 3 shovels. We can absolutely use one here. I could just backtrack and save a shovel, but, you know, why bother? Antiquarian interacting with the curios. Good job, brain. Is everyone in the right position? No. There's a button for quick returning. Is it like enter? Default party order, center map on party. Default party order. There, that's the button. So this will reset the party order to what it was when you first entered the dungeon. I don't think you can reset the party order if you decide to change it around, but you can just use that to set the party order. So she can move back one. You know, this is fine. You know, actually, hold on. If we get frickin' reordered again, let's have it look like this. Because the only thing that she can't do is the dodge and the heal, but I'm just using her for attacking anyways. In this way, if we get shuffled again, somebody should be able to do damage from the front without requiring us to spend so frickin' long moving each other around. So I might actually want to go to the trapped curio over here, just because curios are... Oh, god damn it. Curios are valuable because they have the potential to give me more loot thanks to the antiquarian. So this is going to be interesting. These guys have a ton of resistance and protection. Resistance to stunning, excuse me. I suppose we just try to knock them out one at a time? 10 damage means that even the antiquarian can get the kill first. No Crimson Curse, everybody. We did it. Thank you. 30% disease resistance. What a 9. I'm gonna let her and the antiquarian try to get the kill on this guy. Pre-digestion. That is not, I don't think, a Crimson Curse attack. Iron Swan might get the kill on the back guy. Let's do it. Yes, thank you. Take these jerks out. There's 2 left. Gather the Blood is the Crimson Curse attack. Do not give it to the Hellion. Thank you. Wow, why is their stun chance so high? That's so annoying. Can everyone hit every spot? Yeah. So one at a time. There's one gone. Don't think we'll be able to kill this one in time unless we get a lucky crit, but it could happen. Not quite. Yes, give it to her. I'll dismiss her at the end of this if she gets a Crimson Curse. Dude, you are gone. End of the mission, I am dismissing your ass. You are a level 0 antiquarian. I did not spend any money getting your skills. I have a level 1 antiquarian already, so you are gone. But yeah, this is where you would use holy water, by the way, on that urn. Yeah, I very much am not liking these Crimson Curse bloodsuckers on missions, just because it seems like once a mission, when you find them, you get someone who has the Crimson Curse now. Light skill chance. I'm not using her blight skill. Actually, she doesn't have a blight skill. Having this trinket is therefore worthless. Good job, Brain. By the way, we should be able to kill both of the stress enemies here. Judgment on the back. The bounty hunter can hit the 3rd position, and the Hellion can hit the back line. Not necessary now, thanks to that crit from the vessel. So, well, that actually kind of sucks a little bit, doesn't it? We will get hit by that stress attack then. You know what? Thank you for not attacking the Hellion. Stack up this stress on the Antiquarian, because I do not give 2 S's about her BA. Just because she's literally less than worthless now. Like, she is actively just a crappy adventurer who has no benefits over other adventurers of her level, and now she has a Crimson Curse, so she's gonna cost me in blood. So she is garbage. Yeah, a little bit of overkill, but that's all right. And I'm gonna do a targeted heal, just because next time we do a heal, we can just do a spread out heal, and that should get everyone up to or near to full health. Except for the Antiquarian now, but again, who cares? Hell, if she dies, I don't care. We're just gonna dismiss her. It's a little bit rude saying that, but, you know, I got a reason for it.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
A trick of the light. We're gonna move back. I want to see what this curio is and interact with it. And of course, with a trap and a 60%, 80% disarm chance, we can make that 90 actually. I have an open inventory spot, so I can just kind of do this. Now he's got 90. There we go. I'm giving her the book, by the way, just because I don't care about giving it to anyone else. Like, I don't care about her speed, you know? So, you know what? Interact with it. Have fun. An old journal entry, a minor antique, and a journal page. Journal of Darius the Highwayman, 6 of 3. Swap that, reverse it. Day 6, as we traveled from the Hamlet, an eerie dread grew. We all felt it, but did our best to shrug it off. Sleep was difficult until Raven, one of my companions, passed me a bitter concoction. The most devout of us, Therian, prayed softly for our safety. Superstitious but well-intentioned, I suppose. I'm already falling asleep. So that's just like a nice little story. And honestly, picking up a journal page is not that bad. We did pick up 500 gold from it, thanks to the Antiquarian interacting with it. Now, I actually don't have the ability to swap out the appropriate trinket, but whatever, 80% chance of disarming it anyways. Cool. So we spent 1 torch and a little bit of stress to reduce stress. Actually, we spent 1 torch, some food, and moved stress from one unit to another and picked up some stuff. Let's just open it. Okay. Rare antique, which stacks. Crest, which does not stack. We're gonna get rid of the citrine. For the crest, we're gonna get rid of, I think, the jades. I want to get rid of the bandages. Sure. Keep the key, though. You know, just in case we get a secret room at the end of the quest. I always like saving keys for that. Pile of books. Go ahead. I guess maybe it would have diseased her, but she has the curse. I think it did lower the torch rating a little bit. We could also run low torch, but with our stress being so high on the Hellion, I don't think I want to do that. I do want to actually keep the torchlight high. I should have done that before I entered the door, so we got scouting. Okay. This is worth opening. With a shovel? Nah, with a key. It's our last key, but get a good amount of rewards from it. Move on. Oop. Less than max torchlight and a shuffle, but the bounty hunter at least is in the front line. This is why I wanted to have him in the 3rd slot instead of the 2nd slot, because he would have been in the back with the Hellion, and we would have had our 2 bad damage characters, you know, up front. But now we can actually, you know, maybe do something about it. I'm just gonna move her up. The Antiquarian can still attack from the back line. And we get some damage done. We have some time. Waiting for everyone else to get into position. So stress is high. Hopefully they don't, you know, afflict the Hellion. We might want to think about camping, actually. Oh, damn it. Move back one so the Hellion can attack. Hopefully she doesn't get hit by the stress attack. Ooh, that sucks. Now a stress attack on her or him might end up fucking up their day. I don't think the guard is the right thing to do here. You know, maybe the added dodge is the right thing to do here. How long does that last? 3 rounds? Can't flashbang from the front position. That's fine, you can still hit. Run for the old gods, just don't crit. We can get some healing done next turn. And 1 barbaric yop should save the day. Buy us basically the entirety of this next turn to get some healing done and get some damage done. I'm hitting him because if the bounty hunter goes, he can finish him.
Eradicated.
Yeah. A little bit of stress relief. A quick little jab. A targeted heal on the bounty hunter. I like doing the spread out heals, but when they're less than 50% health, I do kind of like doing the targeted heals a little bit more. And the Hellion finishes the job. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, no stress relief from that. Come on, game.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
So now we get a trinket that I like. I've got this Blight skill chance trinket that I'm holding on to with the Antiquarian, but I think the disease resist trinket is better. And honestly, get rid of that. I want you to have disease resistance, and I want her to have disease resistance. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give the damage stone to her, just so that she can have better damage, I suppose. She has the scouting book. I want the scouting book to go on the bounty hunter. Disease resist. She has blight. Where's the other disease resist? On the vessel, we're gonna give it to the Hellion. So we get disease resist, book, damage, negative dodge, blight resist, or blight skill. Let's give you bleed resist, damage, stun skill, and now I do want to keep the blight stone and the rubies. So let's figure out what to do about that. Let's get rid of jade, ruby, and the onyx for the blightstone, because we can always sell this for the value of the onyx if we ever do need cash. So I think this is fine. I mean, it's a lot of money that we're leaving behind, but I think we're gonna camp at the next room, get my my stress reduced, free up some inventory spaces. Yes, excellent. So yeah, let's camp. Will we revel? Probably. It'll make us a little bit worse at combat, but it's okay.
Close in tenuous firelight.
What can we do with stress relief? We've got 12 respite. We can do 2, 2, 2, 2. That's 8. Then we have 4 more respite points. Could do with Revel. Minus 20 stress. It does reduce accuracy and speed for battles, but minus 20 stress for the entire party is pretty nice. That would get everyone's stress down pretty low. And you know, we can increase accuracy and crit again. We have a couple of abilities that do that. Yeah, let's Revel. Let's... I don't care about her stress. So reduce her stress, reduce stress. 5 respite, so reduce her stress, reduce the stress. And then let's buff should we just reduce more stress? Our damage is fine. Reduced accuracy is hopefully not going to matter too much. Maybe just keep reducing stress. Yeah, let's keep reducing stress, and we'll do it on the Hellion, I think. Sure. Anything for 1? Yes, actually. Supply item or minus 50% stress. For herself, which I don't care about, so supply item. Yo, that's very handy, thank you. You know what?
The light, the promise
You know
of
what you could
safety.
do is get yourselves 4 antiquarians and just spam that skill for supply items and then leave a mission. I don't know, could work. We want natural party position except swap these 2 around and we're good to go. Yeah, getting blood is kind of nice. I could give it to her, but I don't think that's necessary. I do not need the shovel anymore, because, you know, if there's, what is this? It's 100% of room battles. If there is a room battle in the corner, oh god damn, we could get there from either the room battle with treasure or the room battle with curio. And if there's a wall in the way, we can just go around and go the other direction. So theoretically, we don't need the shovel anymore. So we'll take the money instead. Now, torches are running low, but that's okay. 76 light is worth using a torch.
A blazing
2 spiders
star
should be
is
pretty
born.
easy. Now, web sucks because of the mark. Makes bite do insane damage. But he's just gonna web again. Dude, awesome. Stack it up.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
What are your dodge? 15 dodge on these spiders? I guess they're small, hard to hit. I guess we also have negative accuracy on all of our units. So you know what? Buy some more time so that we can kill 2 spiders. Good God. And I suppose it doesn't matter which one you actually attack. Miss Antiquarian. Sorry about that. There's just there's a lot of noise happening in my apartment today. Because yesterday, the upstairs bathroom sink exploded, flooded the house, and now they're doing a lot of there's a lot of drying going on, like making sure that the spaces between the levels of the house are all nice and dry. So it's just a little noise. It's a little bit
This expedition at least promises
flustering me,
success.
but I'll get over it. I'd rather have the Onyx over the Jade just because it's worth a little bit more, and then we're just going to move on. Make sure to select the Antiquarian. She's the one who's going to be interacting with the Curios once again. Okay, so we know that there's at least 3 more combats, maybe more. Let's go down to this Curio battle room, activate this Curio, back up, go to the treasure room, then go to the corner room if there's, well, anything left to do there. And I don't have any more medicinal herbs, so I can't access the Iron Maiden safely. There's a locked sarcophagus. We could open it with the Antiquarian, and I might as well, because she is leaving after this fight here, or this quest line. Quest embarkation. Flashbang, the courtier, that could push him up, and if it does, we could hit him a little bit more easily, but the vessel and the Hellion could probably do it on their own. So I might just want to, like, hit somebody. Yeah, because I want the Iron Swan to go on the courtier, and the crit is a kill, which is lovely. Antiquarian can... Did I say Antiquarian? No, the Hellion gets the crit. Antiquarian gets the kill. And we're just going to get some healing done with the vessel to keep the bounty hunter alive. It's a shame that I need another bounty hunter, because the other one died from a freaking heart attack a few missions ago.
Exposed to a
Crit sucks
killing
because
blow.
it's stress that we can't deal with now that we've camped, but nothing much we can do about it, unfortunately. And I think I want to just miss and have him dodge the attack. But now we can flashbang him. If we push him up to the front, that's lovely. The stun should land because we have like 110% to make it land. And we'll just get some
Momentary abatement.
Momentary abatement. Let's get some simple party heals going on there. Kill the Bone Defender. The Arbalist is not getting a next turn because he is stunned, so we'll have plenty of time to deal with him. Good. And 4 damage from the Antiquarian. Her dagger is not good, but it's kind of consistent in the damage output it does, so it's not like the worst thing in the world to have. You know, I might have wanted to use her Dazzling Light for Torch, because our Torch is kind of running down. And I will get rid of the Onyx for the deed. We have plenty of money. We're getting, you know, kind of a lot of heirlooms. Just trying to like get things organized in the inventory here so we can kind of look and see what we've got. There's more busts, torch, journal page. There we go. So that's basically in somewhat organized value. We've got 3 stacks of crests, 2 stacks of busts, some deeds, minor antiques, major antiques, gold, rubies, which are worth, you know, the same as a whole stack of gold. We're not getting rid of those. A blightstone, some food, which will hopefully allow us to survive. Some hunger checks. And yeah, she will look at the bookshelf. Increased her stress, and then she got stress from walking backwards, but who cares? Her entire job is looking at these things. It's trapped. She's blighted for 6 damage. She's not gonna die. That's the benefit. She's not gonna die, but she's gonna get close. Claustrophobic. I don't know what claustrophobic does, but it doesn't matter.
Victory.
There is the hunger check. We're down to 6 food. I might want to give her, you know, a couple of food just so that she doesn't die completely, but there should only be 2 more combats left. And yes, Antiquarian, access the torch, please.
Finding the stuff is only
And a major
first
antique,
test.
so now the stack of
Must be
antiques is
carried
worth
home.
the same as the gold, and this stack of minor antiques is worth 6,000 gold. So we've got a lot of money, and honestly, quite a few heirlooms. This is a good mission so far. Now the stress on these guys, I might want to put the bounty hunter into stress relief, but everyone else can kind of hang out outside of doing missions and outside of stress relief, and then hopefully they should be able to reduce their stress over time, because your heroes, when they're not going out on missions, get reduced stress over time. So we'll pop a torch. We will try to stun. If we land it, then we can flashbang someone else. Yeah.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require
We'll try to kill the Madman, I think, with the Antiquarian, because the Madman is very annoying. Iron Swan. Nice. Lovely crit. She has 0 stress, which is great. And honestly, try to finish him. I don't really care about the damage so much. Yeah, stack it up on the Hellion. She's got plenty of HP right now. And the horror on the Antiquarian, again, don't care, because she is not going to stay with this party for very much longer. Berk, yop. The front line, the Madman should be dead, even if it requires the vessel doing it. But hopefully, we can just do it with the Bounty Hunter. Well, we're going to require the vessel to do it. Never send a Bounty Hunter to do a medic's job. Don't care about your stress. Stop acting like I should. Yeah, they both have stun resistance. We have about a 60% chance of landing the flashbang if I want to try it, but instead I think I'll just go for a collect bounty, which might kill.
Obliterated.
Crits for 17. It's pretty good. And now we'll, you know, get out some party heals.
Compassion
And that's a great party heal. Heals for 16 max. Even on the Antiquarian, that's like a quarter of her HP. So for 2 more battles, for the rest of this battle and for the next battle, we still have that debuff from Reveling. But it was still worth it, I think, for the stress reduction. get some more healing out because we still have 2 people who can act. More blood?
Be wary.
It's nice.
Triumph
It's very nice. When did I get an anti-venom?
A dizzying fall.
Should have taken the money. The jade instead of the anti-venom. But we'll have it for this next encounter, I suppose. And there's a chest. Maybe we can access that and get some more heirlooms out of it. I mean, ooh. If to finish him landed, we could have probably killed him with the Antiquarian and or Vessel. Now we're just gonna have to hope that we can get a kill with Iron Swan. My god. Or with the Vessel. Well, this was a very poor turn. Wow. They're basically gonna get 4 turns now because they go at the end of the surprise turn and at the beginning of the next turn. You know, I like surprising enemies, but in some situations, surprising enemies can be more detrimental than helpful. If you get bad RNG, then you could effectively give the enemy team 2 turns in a row to act. I miss how in the pre-release version of Darkest Dungeon, when you got a surprise, you actually got a free turn. And that was very nice because the enemy team did not get a chance to basically go twice. But so far the only person who really needs costly stress reduction is the bounty hunter, because the antiquarian right now is still going away. I'm sorry.
Masterfully executed.
She has like hates unholy and that gives her more, don't care. Hates unholy and that gives her, stop it, you, God. Yeah, hates unholy and that gives her more crit chance. I think that's part of the reason why we keep getting such good crits here with her Vessel's attacks. You went last and then you went first. How does that make any sense, game? Hellion only bleed skill chance amulet. We'll get rid of the anti-venom to take it because it's worth a lot. There is more combat in the last room, so we do have a little bit more to go. And more curios and a bookcase. You know, as predicted, we don't actually need that last shovel. We'll open the chest. I wanted to do it on the Hellion because she actually had HP, and this thing doesn't give you stress damage if you know, get the bad roll. You just get poisoned or blighted or something. We still have enough food for one more. Oh, right, I should have used the Antiquarian for it because of the chance of getting an antique. So I was an idiot, just not in the way I thought it was. 90% on the bounty hunter. Yes, please. We might get rid of the food. And oh my god. We did surprise them, but this still kind of does suck. Might try to use everyone to kill the back 2 mosquitoes. So like finish him on the back line. Damn it. Iron Swan? The Vessel can't, oh, damn it. The Vessel can get a kill on one of these 2 guys. Might as well do the one that has more HP, so that maybe the Antiquarian can get a better chance of killing the mosquito here. But this is gonna suck, but I did give people disease-resistant trinkets. Right, that actually just heals you. Antiquarian's hopeless.
There can be no hope.
Redigestion is blight, maybe disease. Debuff, blight. Redigestion again. I like these guys because they don't freaking open with the thirst. Bombing run. Damage. And bleed, which is fine. You cut yourself. As long as you don't make stress on anyone else, you can cut yourself as much as you want. Dodge. They do have 10 dodge. HP should not be that much of a problem on this fight, so I really just want to go for the kill. Now we just need to land shots. This was a pretty piss poor turn though. It took everyone to kill 1 mosquito. But if we can kill 1 mosquito a turn, then we got this. Gather the blood could give curse. Curse resist. Dude, thank you. More stress, unfortunately. Bloodsucker. I wish these guys were human so I could do more damage to them. I wish they didn't have 150% stun resist, which is kind of bullshit. I'm gonna say it. Kind of bullshit. Your heart will burst, but you are doing fine. Don't worry about it. Gather the blood. Resist, resist. It didn't transfer it. So it doesn't always transfer it, but when it does, you can resist it. Gotcha. Everyone is alive. We picked up 2 blood. Got 4 blood. That is so good. Contents are yours. You got 5 blood. That's great. And I will go down this hallway, at least to this curio. Pack has already been looted. What's the next curio over? Do I want to risk it being a starvation tile? Sure. It's not a starvation tile. We did it. It wasn't worth it. But still, this was a pretty successful run. We got a lot of money, 5 blood, an antiquarian who is going to be removed from the party. Decent stress on everybody. The Hellion should be fine. The vessel should be fine. The bounty hunter needs to go in for stress recovery. But otherwise, this is good.
Hole by hole. We reclaim.
I wish I could just like click a button and see the total collected treasure and heirlooms. I don't like that it just takes so long. I know I could just click next, and I am gonna do that. Oh, I guess you can click next and then it fills it in for you. Whatever. I guess I'm just complaining over nothing. So yeah, this is a lot of money. We picked up 19,000 from the mission alone. 28 crests, 10 busts. Everyone got up to level 1. Antiquarian's gonna be leaving. So Clumsy, which is a bad negative skill to have, is just gonna go away. Tough. Warren Scrounger, Weld Adventurer, and Lygophobia. Which shouldn't ever come into play, because I don't really plan on doing low torch that much, just because this is my first time doing Crimson Curse, and I want to make sure that we can
share with you
have a good chance at making it work.
Wonders I have come to know.
On a hot streak, gambling. Hopefully you can just like win stuff for me, because gamblers can win trinkets, I think, or money. Our, what is your name? Occultist has left on a quest of personal hardship and pain, so they are flagellating still. Slow draw has been removed. Guffaw drank a vial of blood, and they shouldn't be bloodlusted. Yeah, they're just in the passive state right now. Okay. And we have a antiquarian who, honestly, I should probably just get rid of. Let's check out the stagecoach. Yeah, especially because there's an arbalist and I want an arbalist. So, antiquarian, you are being dismissed. I'm going to release you into the general population, even though you have literal vampirism, and you are hopeless. I mean, not to sound, you know, too insensitive about it, but maybe she'll just take care of herself for us. We have a leper. 1 leper is enough. Lepers are okay. I just don't like that they can only attack from the front 2 positions. It makes them a little bit, they don't have a certain amount of elasticity in how you can use them, you know? We have 2 Crusaders, we have 2 Jesters, even though one of them is afflicted by the curse, so we don't need anyone from the stagecoach. And we finally unlocked the Necromancer boss. Mercurial Salve, plus 25% damage versus Bloodsuckers. That seems very good for going to the courtyard. It's a very good courtyard item. Yeah. Seems great. Sunshine in the thick. Yeah, they're still trying to give me this weld mission. I don't want it. Just checking out the items that you get. Yeah, so like the Abomination Trinket, that plus 20% damage bonus if in position 1 only counts if you have the second Crimson Court Abomination only trinket. And you have them both on the Abomination at the same time. I don't want the Vessel Chalice, I don't want the Worry Stone. I think we're just gonna do the boss next. I think we have a party available now. I think, yeah, we have people at level 2. We have our Crusader. We have a Medic. We have Dismas. And in the third slot, probably, honestly, Plague Doctor. I do like the Plague Doctor. The Blight is good even for the Necromancer, because that Blight damage does stack 12 damage if it hits, you know. It's pretty good stuff. And then honestly, maybe we'll run a Jester in the first position slot, bouncing around from the front to the back with Finale. You know, we don't need stress reduction. We have stress reduction on the Crusader himself. So what we need is someone else who can put out damage. Ooh, like the Leper. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Plus 15% damage in the Warrens. It's kind of a little bit of a waste bringing him along, but I do like that idea. We could also bring along Dismas and have a classic party. But is that for the best? Duelist Advanced Riposte. Duelist Advanced Riposte could be really good. Okay. Point blank shot. Yeah, okay. We'll just do a classic party. Classic party with, instead of our Cursed Plague Doctor, we'll just bring along this Plague Doctor. We could bring along the Cursed Plague Doctor, but I still like the idea of maybe having a Crimson Curse cast do the Courtyard, because then none of them can get afflicted by the Crimson Curse, which is very likely because of how freaking many enemies we're going to fight there. But the other thing is apparently every time you go to the Courtyard and you kill the boss, your Crimson Cursed people no longer are cursed. Like, you kill the source of the vampirism for now, and the curse is lifted from your party. From everyone, not even the people who just went on the mission, but for everyone. So having people with a Crimson Curse go out on the mission is not necessary if people want to get the Crimson Curse out on the mission. If that makes any sense. So even if they contract it as soon as we finish the mission, they'll just not have the curse anymore, you know? And 48 crests is pretty good. We can then build some districts. But I think for the ruins, I do want to bring along a Crusader. They have more damage against holy enemies. I do like the idea of Duelist advancing forward, getting riposte, and then having to point blank shot if necessary to move back. I like bringing along a Vessel again. Damage to Unholy. Well, with Mace Bash, I suppose. Oh, and Hand of Light. Judgment is still her best attack, and self-heal, which is pretty good. But then she has other healing skills, and I do like having a Plague Doctor for the backline Blinding Gas and Plague Grenade. We don't need to run Incision. So I want Noxious, Plague, Blinding, Cure. Clear Corpses, Stun. We have a stun on the Crusader for the front line if we need it, and on the back line we're just going to be popping. You know what? There's not that many bleeds and blights here, so maybe we should just try the Disorienting Blast, and the medic can just heal any bleed or blight that comes along. But yeah, I like this party. It should be able to easily kill the Necromancer, so let's get everyone kitted up and ready to go. Okay, sort by stress. Who is stressed? Bounty Hunter. Not allowed to visit the brothel. Well, you're not stressed that much, so you're just gonna meditate. And you have to flagellate, so I will go ahead and put you in there. I don't want to upgrade. I don't even have the busts for it. I could, you know, get more busts for it, but increase them. No, this is fine. Let's do this for now. Okay, Sanitarium. Who is going to go into the Sanitarium while we are out on this mission? You? No. You? Will only drink? That's not too bad. Ah, you. Not take part in prayer. It doesn't matter. Leper? Minus 5% virtue, minus 10% stress healed. You can heal your own stress with a skill. Stress versus beast, unquiet mind, may not meditate. Like, these are not bad skills to have. Don't take you to the Warrens, Jesus. Yeah, sure, leper. Minus stress heal, let's get rid of it. Sure. We'll upgrade the sanitarium eventually to make that stuff cheaper. For now, I don't mind spending a little bit of money. Let's take a look at skills. Renauld. Smite. It's good. Stunning blow is good. Zealous accusation is fine for when you don't want to overkill with smite. Doesn't do bonus to unholy. Holy Lance is good for correcting party positions. Oh, and Bulwark does have a use per battle, even though it doesn't say it does here. Okay, so it's important to look at this menu for identifying that, not the other menu. Uses per battle 1, Bulwark of Faith, buff self, 25% protection, theoretically for the entire fight. I can see this working out well for certain boss fights, but against the Necromancer does a lot of small damage AoE stuff. So plus 25% protection is maybe not all that important. You know, it is an interesting ability that means you could just rely on not bringing torches, or not as many torches. You could just use this ability to raise the light level, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to keep the Inspiring Cry. It's basically just a better battle heal because it also does stress recovery and raises the torchlight. Why would you ever use battle heal? I don't know. But yeah, Inspiring Cry I think is just so much better. So I'll unlock Holy Lance and maybe get rid of Zealous Accusation. Being able to recover the party position is nice because you can attack from the back and move yourself forward. Less accuracy but higher crit mod than Smite and Zealous Accusation. Yeah. I want Smite, Stunning Blow, Holy Lance, Inspiring Cry. Dismas. I want Tracking Shot for the boss fight might be pretty good. I can keep Grave Shot or get rid of it. Pistol Shot, Point Blank Shot, Duelist Advance, Grave Shot. Let's upgrade Tracking Shot. Yeah, it does damage on its own, not very much. Then it gives you higher crit accuracy and damage for the remainder of the fight. Sure, that seems like a good thing to have for boss fights. And Wicked Slice, no. Open Vein, no. I'll upgrade Grape Shot and then we'll figure out what we want. I want Pistol, Point Blank, Tracking, Duelist Advance. Okay. You have everything unlocked because when I got you, you had nothing correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For some reason, I thought there was 8 there. Noxious Blast, yes. Plague Grenade, yes. Blinding Gas, yes. Disorienting Gas, yes. And Battlefield Medicine, which I do like for certain fights and encounters. So we're going to upgrade that. And you are fine. Dazzling Light's not that important, so I'm just going to ignore it. Upgrade weapons and equipment. Can we upgrade the blacksmith? No. We need more papers. We can get more papers. Could I have upgraded this before I spent my money? No, I need portraits. Portraits and papers are what we want. And Nomad Wagon real quick. No, garbage. I think we're done. I think we're ready to go. Let's check out survivalist skills real quick. Make sure everyone has the minus 15 stress. It's one of the most important ones. Self-only minus 25 stress prevents nighttime ambush. That seems really good. Don't you have something that does that too? Yeah, Bandit Sense, which makes it more likely to surprise. You have the range skill, melee skill. Let's upgrade this. Rid of that there. Remove disease, good. That is correct. if religious, prevent nighttime ambush. She's religious, so why would this... What does it need to have if religious? She's religious. All companions, if mortality debuffs. So if you have Death's Door debuffs, I think is what that is. Okay, that's fine. So on the next episode, we will be fighting the Necromancer Apprentice boss, picking up this 25% damage versus Bloodsucker's salve, which I think is going to be good for the Courtyard quest line as soon as we get to this location. It's an epic quest. It's super freaking long from what I hear. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I hope to see you here for the next run, the next mission in the Darkest Dungeon.